Imagine a world dominated by one power, the Mongols. Fierce warriors from the east, their empire stretched across continents, from China to the edges of Europe. They seemed unstoppable, invincible. Cities fell before them like dominoes. Kings and princes paid them tribute. Fear was their most potent weapon. Everyone believed their rule was forever. Then, the unthinkable happened. News spread. A whisper at first, then a shout. The Mongols had been beaten, not just a skirmish, but a real battle. This was shocking, almost unbelievable. How could this mighty force be defeated? The ripples of this event were huge. It changed the course of history. So who were these daring challengers? They were the Lithuanians, a people from the Baltic region. For centuries they had remained pagan, worshipping old gods of thunder and forest. Surrounded by Christian kingdoms, they were tough, resilient warriors, used to fighting for their survival. And they were fiercely independent. Out of various tribes, a state began to form, the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. It grew rapidly, surprisingly so, expanding its borders through warfare and diplomacy. Absorbing lands of former Kievan Ruses, many Ruses principalities, weakened by Mongol invasions, found Lithuanian rule preferable, or at least a new alternative. This duchy was becoming a major player. At the helm was Grand Duke Algirdas. He reigned from 1345 to 1377. For over a century, the Golden Horde loomed large, a formidable power in Eastern Europe. They were the descendants of Genghis Khan's warriors, masters of the vast Eurasian steppes. Their cavalry was legendary, swift and deadly. They had conquered the Rus' principalities in the 1240s, establishing a system of control, known as the Mongol yoke or Tatar yoke. Their authority seemed absolute and unbreakable. The conquered lands, including much of modern Ukraine, were forced to pay heavy tribute: gold, silver, furs, and even people. Princes had to travel to Sarai, the Horde's capital, to receive permission to rule. This was a humiliating submission. The Mongols didn't always occupy directly, but their presence was always felt, through demands and the ever-present threat of raids. Fear was a constant companion for those under Mongol rule. Punitive expeditions were brutal and swift.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe them.
The outcome, however, was clear. Section 5. The Great Shift. Eastern Europe transformed. The victory at Blue Waters was a thunderclap. Its effects rippled across Eastern Europe. The immediate consequence was territorial. The Grand Duchy of Lithuania gained vast new lands, including the region of Podolia, and most importantly, the great city of Kiev. Kiev, the ancient mother of Rus' cities, was now under Lithuanian control, freed from direct Mongol overlordship. This was a massive blow to the Golden Horde. They lost control of valuable territories. Their prestige was severely damaged. The aura of invincibility was shattered. Other subject peoples began to see that Mongol power was not absolute. It encouraged further resistance and hastened the Horde's internal fragmentation. Though it would take many more decades to fully decline. For the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, it was a triumph. It cemented its status as a major European power, stretching from the Baltic Sea to near the Black Sea. It became one of the largest states in Europe. Section 6. Debating Blue Waters, History, Myth, and National Identity. Despite its importance, Blue Waters is debated. Historians pore over the few surviving sources, mostly chronicles written decades, even centuries later. These accounts sometimes differ on the exact date, the precise location, and the scale of the battle. How many soldiers fought on each side? Were these the main forces of the Horde, or a more regional Mongol army? Some scholars express skepticism, suggesting the battle might have been smaller, or its immediate impact less dramatic than later narratives portray. The lack of contemporary detailed accounts makes definitive answers difficult. History is often like detective work, piecing together clues from the past. and Blue Waters has fewer clues than we'd like. Section 7. Echoes of Victory. Why Blue Waters Still Matters. The Battle of Blue Waters may not be famous, not like Hastings, Agincourt, or Waterloo. You might not find it in every textbook. It's one of history's many forgotten battles. Yet its significance is undeniable, especially for Eastern European history. It was a genuine turning point, a moment when the tide began to shift against Mongol power in the region. This victory by Grand Duke Algirdas and his Lithuanian-Ruthenian forces redrew the map of Eastern Europe. It paved the way for Lithuania's golden age and allowed Kiev and other Ukrainian lands to experience a different path of development. It contributed to the gradual decline of the once mighty Golden Horde. Its impact was felt for centuries. Blue Waters reminds us of something vital. History is full of these crucial moments. Battles and events that are not widely known but which had profound consequences. They shape the world we live in today. The borders of countries, the identities of peoples, the rise and fall of empires. There are so many stories waiting to be rediscovered and understood. So, let the story of Blue Waters inspire you to dig deeper into the past, to seek out those forgotten battles, those overlooked heroes and turning points. History is a vast, fascinating landscape, full of surprises and untold tales.